Hey chefs, this is the Idaho Warriors podcast, Warriors Table. This is episode 7, season 1. Be myself, and that is enough. March 3rd, 2026. Today, I told my oldest business partnership, Diamond Cross Ranch, a wedding venue that has been part of my story longer than almost anything else in this industry, that I would no longer be bringing my food within their walls starting in 2027. I was walking away from the one place that built me. I want to be clear about something before I go any further. The people at Diamond Cross Ranch are great. The stories I carry from the property, the events, the seasons, the moments that only happen when I was feeding people on one of the most important days of their lives. Those stories are classics, and I will tell them, just not today. This is not about hate. This is not about burning a bridge. This is about love. Love for my 2 boys. Love for my schedule. Love for my health and my welfare. Love for the version of myself that I am still building. The one that does not need to perform for anyone anymore. And love, real love, sometimes means walking away from the thing that once carried me. Here is what the mask looked like at Diamond Cross Ranch. It looked like me showing up with a full team, full energy, full smile to a property without potable water, without a working ice machine, without reliable trash disposal, without the basic infrastructure that any professional kitchen requires to operate safely and with dignity. And I did, season after season, because that's what I did as a professional. I adapted, I solved, I put the mask on, and I got the food on the plate. But here's what I finally had to admit. There is a difference between a chef who rises to a challenge and a chef who accepts conditions that are slowly twisting his arm. I was the second one. I had already let go of everything and everyone that was not serving my life or my company. The partnerships, the marriage, the restaurant, the vendor relationships, one by one, not out of anger, but out of clarity. Diamond Cross was my last mask, and today I took it off. There is a verse I keep coming back to. It's Psalm 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am not a venue's workaround. I am not a patch for someone else's infrastructure problems. I am not the guy who brings his own water and smiles through it. I am not a chef who performs in conditions that compromise his craft and calls it resilience. I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and so is the food I put on the plate, and the people I serve deserve to receive it in conditions worthy of what it cost to create. See, chef, that's not arrogance. That is self-respect. And self-respect, after everything I've shared in the last 6 episodes, is the thing I had to fight the hardest to get back. I trust my faith, and my faith tells me that I am worthy more than the conditions I was tolerating. The great necessity, the thing I had to learn the hard way, was to stop pretending to be someone I was not. I never pretended to be someone else entirely, but the masks were subtler than that. They were the smile I put on for the client when I was running on nothing, the yes when everything in me was screaming no, the uniform I wore, not a chef coat, the emotional one that said I am fine, I am capable, I have this handled. I wore that uniform for years at Diamond Cross, at the restaurant, in my marriage, in a business partnership, with my boys, trying to be the dad who had it together when dad quietly was falling apart. And the moment I stopped, the moment I let the mask come off and just showed up as exactly who I am, broken, rebuilding, faithful, imperfect, and still standing, this is when the right people found me. I had to be myself. Because the people who are meant to be at my table, they were waiting for the real me to show up. Today, it's March 3rd, 2026. I made a decision that cost me everything. A long relationship, a familiar comfort, a place that was part of my identity for years. And I feel free. My assignment for you before episode 8, Chef, is simple. Name the mask you are still wearing. Not for the world, just for yourself. Write it down and ask honestly, is the person behind that mask worth knowing? I already know the answer. Episode 8 is called The One That Got Away. Because every great warrior has a love story. This one is worth telling. Right girl, wrong time. And what that does to a man who's finally ready to be himself. I'm Steve Murphy. This is Idaho Warriors. Timer's up, back to work. Tickets are coming in hot.
Yes,